Yo, ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba. Yo, yo, hey, you, yeah, you. You forget to unmute your tab, or you forget to mute your tab? Hey, you, yeah, you on the computer. You, hey. Hi. What's up, Santi? Welcome back. Welcome, everybody. Happy Tuesday. Hope everyone had a fantastic Monday yesterday. If you are in the States and you had off yesterday, hope you had a great day off yesterday. If not, well, hope you had a great day at work or at school or whatever you were doing with your life. Welcome back. Oof, man. The coffee tastes real good today. Very happy about that. Ooh. So wanted to talk about some stuff because it made me chuckle the other day. Made me chuckle this morning, or last night, I guess, really. So I've been having a lot of memory issues on my Mac, right? I think I kind of touched on this probably a couple days ago on stream. I don't really remember. But I was talking about how I can't update anything. And like I just have no memory on my Mac, and it's really, really annoying. And so I was about to refactor my computer last night. I'm like, I'm gonna format it. That's what the word I was looking for. I'm like, I'm just gonna do it. Just get this crap out of the way. Like, I'm so done with this thing. And then I really, really thought about it. I'm like, this is a terrible idea. This is the last thing I want to do. It's gonna be bad, right? And so I went to see like what I could remove, and I realized I downloaded my Tesla stream when we did the 16-hour stream from California to Seattle drive in the Tesla. It's like 4 or 5 videos, right? Because like my stream kept cutting out and shit. But one of those videos was literally like 13 gigs of memory. And I was like, oh. So I got my backup drive, went in there, got all those videos out of there, as well as, you know, some other stuff. And I was finally able to get memory on my Mac. I was finally able to update Xcode. There's been an update for like a month and a half. I haven't been able to download, and I was running into a lot of issues, and I think maybe potentially like very, very low chance that our Apple auth issues on simulator might possibly maybe be fixed. I don't know, because I was trying to set up my personal device to try to run Grüvee on it, but I couldn't even do it. And I realized it's because I had an old version of Xcode which didn't have the newest iOS version that I was on. I was like, oh shit, this is probably what it is. Hey, no worries, Santi, welcome back. So I downloaded that last night. We are good to go. I don't think we'll give the Apple auth a try today, but I was working on it yesterday a little bit, and I will keep you updated in Discord and other parts of the Pixelogic social community for updates on that. So just wanted to share. If you're having memory issues on your Mac, make sure you check to see that you don't have any 12 gigabyte videos sitting around anywhere. So, anywho, welcome back. Streak day 23 of the stream. 23 days straight we have streamed every day. Fantastic. It's been freaking awesome. And today is day 72 of Grüvee. And you know, let's get into stand up. We'll talk a little bit more about what's going on. Oh man, this room seems to be getting bigger and bigger every time. Folks, we're at 2,475 followers. You think we can hit 25 followers today? There is a chance. We have done it in the past. We have done it. So hopefully we can. Maybe. If not today, tomorrow, this week, we should hit 3,000 followers. Should be freaking awesome. But anyways, let's talk about what we did yesterday. Yesterday, we set up iOS deep linking in Xcode. We had to add a little bit of extra Objective-C code there because the native code goes through iOS first, and then the React native code, the library has to be handled, has to link up to that so we can handle the deep links. So we got that set up. Right now, if you go to log in with Spotify and you try to deep link, or you try to sign up, it will deep link back into the application with our code, which is damn sweet. And then we also were able to parse the code from the deep link in Spotify, from the Spotify API. So you can log in with the Spotify button, sign in with your account. It returns a code for us that we are going to use to get our API token. And we're able to parse that code out of the deep link, which is sweet. And then we created a handler to get access to the API token. And guess what? It freaking worked. Holy moly. It did the thing. It's awesome. The biggest issue yesterday was the fact that API token took us forever because I was parsing the code wrong by one character to begin with. And so we kept getting a 400, and man, if you watched the stream highlights on my channel from yesterday, goddamn, it's bad. It was bad. So what does that mean for today? So today we're going to set up some proper API service file handler thing. I didn't really know what to call it, but like essentially something that will handle our authentication services, as well as maybe just kind of like something that will handle all of our like service calls within Grüvee. Essentially, the authentication is going to happen using our Firebase authentication module that we have in there. But for things like when we get to adding custom stuff like service calls, we're going to get set up a Firebase functions project, and that's going to be over in our backend repo. Hey, Backy, welcome in, man. Welcome in. And so our backend repo will house all of our Firebase functions and those logics. And then in our client repo, all we have to do is essentially just give it a handler with a list of endpoints that we want to hit, right? So that's the game plan. And then create a Firebase user finally with Spotify auth. Essentially, we get our Firebase info, and now we need to see how that links. Get our Spotify info, and how that links to Firebase, so we can actually have someone signed in with Firebase, but have their Spotify info linked to that user. Hey, Ed, welcome back. Made it to stand up. You did. Get in here. We got a lot of people in stand up today, so we gotta hurry this up. And then I put here what we'll do today. Do some sort of login flow thing. I don't even know what the heck that means. I must have been delirious when I wrote that because it literally makes no sense to me. So we'll just leave it at that. Thanks for making it to the stand-up today, folks. Appreciate you all being here. Welcome back to day 72 of Grüvee. And in case you forgot or wanted more information about what we are working on today, head over to the Grüvee backend repo listed here. That's gonna be that second link, and over in the setup Spotify auth issue for a little bit more information on what we were talking about. So let's go ahead and get started. And let's forgot the thing. I always forget the thing. The pop out chat. All right. And yeah, so this was my work yesterday with the Apple auth stuff. Yeah, and so the one thing I wanted to point out is that at this point, when we call this get credential state for user, for some reason, I don't know if it's not the user we're passing in, it's something in here. I was debugging through the native code last night. Something in here is returning null. And I haven't been able to figure out what it is exactly. But at this point, we get a user. So I was able to get my username, my full name, get like the nonce. Like I was able to get everything for the user. So I'm kind of curious, like what's going on here. So hopefully I'll be able to do a little bit more debugging off stream. It's the reason I'm doing this part off stream is because there's just a lot of like account information stuff that has to be done. And I feel like instead of me just hiding the screen 75% of the time, I just figure it out and then we can talk about it and get it in there. But let's go ahead and check out our other branch. I'm going to have to actually check out these guys. Component auth creds. That's weird that that's actually there. That should be part of our... Oh, I don't have... It's not in this branch. Gotcha. I was like, that shouldn't be like that. Hello. All right. Yeah, there we go. So what we're going to do is let's first go cd the iOS repo and do a quick pod install. Just because switching, I've noticed switching between branches where we have different pod versions. Yeah, like this, we run into a lot of issues. So usually what I've been doing is I've been deleting the pod lock file and then just doing a pod install, and that should do the trick most of the time. And I think it's because the pod lock file holds on to the old reference in our other repo. So maybe first we need to maybe do an npm install. Make sure that we have all our modules in npm. Now we should be able to cd iOS and do a pod install here. Yeah, there we go. Yeah. I've noticed, like, I've noticed that a lot. That's one of the things that I've actually learned a lot at work. This happens to me a lot at work when I'm switching between different branches when I'm working on stuff. So I was very happy to be like, oh, I know exactly what I need to do here. And then you'll see in our get status, our lock files, all of them have changed. Yeah. Awesome. And at this point, let's go ahead, I guess, and start with, let me show you what's up in case some of you were not here yesterday. And we'll see what is going on here. Ozius, thank you very much for that follow, friend. Welcome. Welcome to the Pixologic team. Glad to have you here, man. Cool. Yep, so we'll start with the iOS simulator. The other thing that we're going to have to do for this Spotify auth stuff is we're going to have to do some logic over on the Android side, which I think I have marked on this issue. Yeah, so we're going to first need the SHA fingerprint for Spotify, and we're going to have to set up deep linking specifically for Android. So that's kind of, this is one of those scenarios where it kind of sucks because, yeah, the logic for the Spotify auth stuff will be the same, but you still have to have your separate configurations for different devices. But I guess like our Spotify auth is the same, right? So that's pretty good. Like we don't have to write that logic twice, which is really nice. Oh, my creds folder. It's still here. Why? We hid that the other day. I wonder if it's because... Hey, Phoenix, welcome back. How you doing? Thanks for being here. Yeah, I think it's actually, I don't know if it's that exclude. Files. Yeah. I want to exclude components, auth, creds. I think I might have accidentally deleted that. Yeah, there we go. I learned that yesterday in VS Code. You can actually exclude things from showing up in your Explorer. And so for this like Spotify creds that we use API secrets and stuff, I decided to hide the folder so I don't accidentally click on it. And we also don't commit it. Yeah, so that's actually really great. Nice. Pretty good. Working on Unity 3D project. Oh, cool. What project may that be? Let's go ahead and get our remote debugger set up. I don't know why the settings on this thing change so often. Oh, actually, let's bring this back here and we just do an inspect. Yeah. You stay there. We're going to go here. A boo, a bop, a beep. Just get our console over here in case we get anything. So at this point, what else did I need to do here? Oh, live reload. Enable live reload. Okay, cool. So we log in with Spotify. Right. Wow, that was a lot slower than... It's not supposed to go over to the next view, but I haven't taken that piece of code out yet. But you'll see now we're in the Logify, log in with Spotify view. I'm going to go ahead, put in my creds. We're going to go ahead and get logged in. Get logged in. Cool. So we get to the point now where it says open Grüvee. Open. What? Wait, what? Why? I thought this is what we fixed yesterday. What? I'm actually kind of confused. Okay. Well, that seems kind of odd. A VR app for learning about the brain that I made for my girlfriend's outreach work as a side project. Oh, dude, that's sick. Hell yeah. What headsets are you going to be supporting? For hundo. Yeah, the code length thing. Let's check to make sure it actually saved. That seems weird, right? That's literally what we fixed yesterday. And I thought I checked it. Yeah. Well. Well then. That seems odd. Hey Stonks, what's up? Welcome in. Yeah. So I guess we do have something wrong here. I don't remember. I thought I tested it before we headed off yesterday. No matter, I guess. Let's just do a quick debug to see what's going on. Yeah, URL, so URL substring. The issue was yesterday we were... so let's see what our URL is to begin with. We can log that. If that's good to go, we can log our code. If that's good to go, we can log our code. Oh, that's dope, Phoenix. I would love to make a like VR app. I don't know how to do it. I don't even know what I'd do. What do you work on? Songs, we're working on a React Native project called Grüvee. It's a social / collaborative playlist application for iPhone and Android. Okay, so at this point, we should get our URL and our code. Let's see what those end up becoming. Oh, so it worked this time? Interesting. So that seemed like an initial sign-in thing? Yeah. Okay. Weird. And then get API token. So at this point, we should have received our token. Yeah. Let me go ahead and just do a response.data here. And I'm just going to hide the screen because I don't want to show an API token on here. But that seems to be weird that that happened on first go like that, right? But let me make sure we are getting our API token here. Yeah, okay, we're getting it. Let me note this down. This is weird. This should not be a thing like this. And I'm gonna actually grab this real quick. Cool, so I'm gonna grab this and write this as a comment. Just one second, folks. Yes, we're gonna do both. That's the beauty of React Native. You write one code base and it works on both platforms. All right, sorry, 1 second, guys. That. All right, sorry about that. Why is this all red here? What? What the what's going on, dude? Get out of here. My formatter decided to die? Hello? Oh, everything got pushed. Why is it doing this? That's weird. All right. Wow. Okay. I tried to add a... Yeah, what the hell? It just destroys my comments for some reason. But I wanted to grab this. So this is what we're getting back. We got the proper tokens and stuff, which is great. So now we move on to the next step. What language is this? This is JavaScript. That's what we're currently using. I'm going to add this to this notes comment here. So we'll do that. And then we shall say here on I guess like first login of Spotify, we received a 400 and then 400 when trying to get the API token for user. But then after first attempt, it worked fine. So we should definitely check that out. We'll need to check this out. All right. Stonks 7903. Thank you very much for the follow, friend. Welcome to the Pixologic team. I'm glad to have you here. All right. So at this point, we do have this thing. We can delete all that. And now we essentially need to get a username or Spotify user ID and create Firebase user. I don't know exactly yet how I want to... I don't know how I want to do this portion of it. I think we need to look at some of the not React Native, the Firebase custom auth stuff. Oh, search Firebase? Holy. Wow, that was actually really cool. Firebase. If you type in Firebase in Google Chrome and then you press tab, you can do this. Wow. That's actually pretty dope. Nice. Hey Ryan, what's the difference between console log and return in JS? Oh, there's a huge difference, man. Console log is just a way to log things to your console, and return, return has nothing to do with logging anything to your console. It's about returning data to a different function method, potentially breaking out of things. Hey GT, welcome back, man. I'm doing well. How are you doing? Does it? No way. What? MDN. Oh, did I have to do Mozilla developer.mozilla? Doesn't work with like MDN. But I wonder if if I do it in Firebase, if I do it on Firefox, do you think it'd probably work? Oh yeah, I have to type it, but this is literally I didn't have to type out. All I had to do is type Firebase. Oh, but I guess it autofills it there. Huh. Doesn't work. It doesn't work as well. The other one was smoother for me. Returns the final step in the execution of a function, but where does that get returned exactly? Well, it depends on where you call it. So like for our example, what are we doing any returns here? I don't think so. But for example, if I return something in this get API token thing, get API tokens happening here. So whenever I decide to return something, all I have to do is say response equals that. And whatever value comes out of this will be set on this variable. So it just depends on where you're using it. Anyways, so Firebase, third party OAuth 2. Because for this, I think we have to create like a custom auth token thing. Hey, Neon, stop on to say hi. Have exams for tomorrow. Have a great stream. Hey, thank you so much for stopping by. Good luck on your exams, friend. Hope you do well. Study up. You got this. You got this. Okay, so the Firebase admin SDK allows you to integrate your own servers with Firebase authentication. You can use the Firebase admin SDK to manage your users to manage authentication tokens. There are a number of reasons you'd want to do this. Custom authentication. You can integrate an external user system with Firebase. For example, you may already have a pre-existing user database, or you may not integrate a third-party identity provided that Firebase authentication does not natively support. That's our flow. That's the one we're looking at. To do this, you can create a custom tokens with arbitrary claims identifying the user. These custom tokens can then be used to sign into Firebase authentication service on a client application and assume the identity described by the token's claims. This identity will then be used when accessing other Firebase services such as cloud storage. Yeah, this is pretty much what we're trying to go for, right? So custom token creation, because I think we're at the point where we can actually get started with that. The primary use for creating custom tokens is to allow users to authenticate against an external or legacy authentication mechanism. This could be one you control, such as LDAP server or a third-party OAuth provider, which Firebase is not native to support. Okay, Firebase admin SDK has a built-in method for creating custom tokens. You can also programmatically create custom tokens. Yeah, okay. My battery's low and I don't have a charger with me. Oh my god. Stonks. What are we gonna do? Are you sitting next to someone that has a charger? Just be like, yo, just do this. Like this here. Psst. Psst, psst. Hey, psst, psst. I'm trying to watch a stream. You got a charger? Hello? And then see what happens. So it usually works. Okay. Create custom tokens. So Firebase gives you complete control over authentication by allowing you to authenticate user devices using secure JSON web tokens. You generate these tokens on your server, pass them back to a client device, and then use them to authenticate via sign in with custom token. To achieve this, you must create a server endpoint that accepts sign-in credentials. Oh, But do we have to... Are we gonna have to set something up like this? I thought we could just do that on device. Or do they only allow it? Furthermore, the contents of the JDB will be available in the auth object in your real-time database security rules. Okay, you can create a custom token with Firebase admin SDK, or you can use a third-party JWT library. Okay. Excuse me. Private key used for signing belongs to a Google service account. There are several ways to specify the Google service account that should be used by Firebase admin SDK. Using a service account ID. Okay, using a service account JSON file. Thanks, Stunks. Rip the bun, man. It's one I had the man bun left on my head. Growing it back though. Growing it back. Okay, so this is making me think. So, is this saying now that in order for us to do a custom authentication, we're essentially going to have to set up an endpoint that returns us a JWT. So we might actually have to begin with a Firebase function now. And so we're doing all the authentication on the client for Spotify. And then we get to the point where like, all right, let's generate our Firebase user. For that user, we need to go out and say, hey, get a JWT. And so we can set up a function that literally goes out, we send some credentials, maybe we'll do our write to our database as well, and then returns our JWT for that user. Firebase admin SDK has a built-in method for creating custom tokens. At a minimum, you need to provide a UID, which can be a string, but should uniquely identify the user or device you are authenticating. These tokens expire after 1 hour. Yeah. Send token back to client. Blah. You can also optionally specify additional claims to be included in the custom token. For example, below, a premium account field has been added to the custom token, which will be available in the auth request.auth objects in the security rules. Got it. Okay. Okay. And then sign in using custom tokens on clients. So essentially would be Firebase auth, sign in with custom token. We do whatever we've passed back. Okay. All right. So this makes sense. So this sounds like we're going to have to do a couple things here. And I guess let's just do that here. So essentially, actually, let's do it here. Notes on Firebase custom auth creation. 1, we need to generate a custom auth flow through Firebase for any third-party OAuth service that Firebase doesn't natively support. Okay, that makes sense. Hey, Sizzin, welcome back, friend. How you doing? Welcome in. Then, and that as well, what we need to do is we are going to have to set up Firebase function that generates a JWT server side for us. set up Firebase function that generates a JWT server side for us, and returns it to client for login. 3, login on client. Essentially, that's just the last step. That is notes for today. No, this is, yeah, these are for today's notes. I'm not ending the stream or anything. I just thought I'd write these in here. Felt like it'd be easier to keep track of. But yeah, so we're at the point where we get our API token. I'm thinking a little bit ahead where like, okay, how are we going to actually create this? How are we going to sign this person in or connect this stuff? So essentially, since we're doing a custom auth-flow, we have to sign in with our third-party OAuth service, set up Firebase function that generates a JWT server side for us and returns a client for login. In that same function, we should write a new user to the database. And then please take a look at the sketch file in Grüvee mobile for the data structure of this. So I think what we're going to need to do, we're going to have to update this as well. And so this is going to be this link here, but it's going to be Grüvee mobile. The data structure of this. And then for log on with JWT on client. All right, so that's kind of the flow we need to do. So first we need to generate a custom auth flow through Firebase. We have done that. Second is set up Firebase function to generate a JWT server side for us and returns it to the client for login. I don't know if we can create a JWT here. That'd be actually kind of interesting to see. It sounds like we can't, given the docs. But where's this library that we're using again? It's no, not Apple Auth. Oh, React Firebase Auth. So if we did, for example, Firebase.auth, and then we did generate or sign in with custom token. Yeah. I think this is all client side stuff, right? So this wouldn't make any sense. Oh, is there an admin on this? No. Firebase.admin maybe? No. Yeah, this will be all just client side stuff. So we'll have to do that over there. Got a Discord notification just as you sent that? Wait, what did I send? Oh, the notes. Yeah, dude. In Discord, we have webhooks set up for all events for both Grüvee Mobile and Grüvee Backend. We have a channel that just like kind of throws them in there. So definitely feel free to mute it if you'd like. But thought some people would kind of enjoy it, you know? To see like the updates of what we're doing in the app and stuff. But yeah, it's quick, right? It's crazy quick. All right. So the other thing is, let's open up Sketch and let's go over to our data structure. I know Sketch is kind of a weird way of doing this, but this is for some reason just how I've done it. When we first started Grüvee, if you look back at the old videos, I guess not old, but like day 1 and 2 videos, the first thing we did was we actually created this architecture like doc thing, talking about how we wanted to get things done. So in here, I created this user class data structure thing. And this is the part where I was curious on how we want to do this. So essentially what we want to do is when someone logs in with a third-party service, right? And that's kind of like essentially the only option we're giving them. Their username at this point is going to be some string, but I think it depends on the service we use, right? So for Apple Music, I asked for an email address. And so that email address would essentially be their username. But I don't know if there are options even just with Apple sign-in alone where you can have an anonymous user where they don't give you the actual email address of that person. They don't share it with you. And so what happens with someone like that, right? And then how do we change that? So I feel as though we should log in with a specific service. So it should be like, we should ask for a desired username, right? Like I feel like that probably makes sense. And then that's there, and then password and stuff, we won't need that actually at all. And then a list of playlists for that user, and then preferred stream service, whatever service. So for MVP, whatever service they log in with will be the preferred. Yeah, that's definitely step number one there. And then we can list that for sure. And then we have a list of social platforms that they're associated with. So at this point, it would be more along the lines of, hey, I've signed in with Spotify. And so I think we should give the ability to have people sign in with multiple services if they'd like. And so for first auth sign in, put it here, right? And so if we're going to do that, essentially what we're going to need to do now is set up this social platform object that I refer to. Cheryl, where is that thing? Here it is. All right. Key. I don't know what I would put for key. Oh, I don't want to, I don't think I want to put like my, so I put key here, and I think I was referring to auth key when I first wrote this, right? Or like an API token or something. I feel as though we're going to want to cache that on device. So like we just got this Spotify token, right? And so this Spotify token now, anytime I need to make a request with Spotify or do anything with Spotify, it's on the user's device already, and we can just grab it from the state. And then I guess the other things we might want to include here instead of key are like where is this thing? So we have expires in, we can call this like key expiry. And so if anything, we can throw that up there. And if we need any sort of server logic to be like, hey, this user has an expiring key, let's go ahead and update that there. Or we just don't even worry about this social platform having anything to do with the keys. We just kind of handle that locally, right? I'm kind of leaning more towards that. And this is one of those things that I'm going to kind of like learn. I don't really know proper structuring for this type of stuff. So if anyone has any suggestions, please feel free to let me know. Else we're just going to kind of go through it. Yo, Chevy, what's up, dude? Welcome. So we have logo URL here. We have a redirect URL. I think that makes sense. The username of the person. So like if their account does have a username, So maybe we can use that. If social does not have username, right? There is one more step we have to do in our Spotify auth flow. So I'm going to see if that gives us any more information, but it should hopefully give us something. Username, profile pic, optional again, and then email, right, for that. And then I guess also like platform name would probably be good, right? Okay, cool. So essentially we'll do this. We'll create this object, create a user with these parameters. I feel like I should probably make this like light. Let's do that. And then this guy here, do this light. A little bit more readable. And then we create our user, set that user in the database. This user is also actually missing, forgot, an ID. Maybe a string. UID. This is actually generated through Firebase. We can get it once we create our token through them, right? So that will be good. Let's move this up a little bit more. Yeah. Okay, cool. So I think this should be good. I feel fairly good about this. We'll see how this goes. So let's keep going on with actually what we were. Oh, oops. I actually pressed hide here. Let's keep going on with this thing. I gotta remember my history here because I don't remember what the name of this article was. I probably should save it. Welcome to my history of what I've done on my computer. Oh, TurboTax. Yeah, I filed my taxes yesterday. That was fun. Got all that done. In case you're curious. Oh, I can search, right? Yeah. This thing is called React Native. Where is this article? Yes, this one. All right, I'm gonna save this thing. Save, so I don't have to do that again. So we got to the point where we got the authorization code. Get an access token and refresh token we got. Hey, creative. Welcome in. It's going, man. It's going. We've been writing some notes down in GitHub and updating our design here a little bit with some information. But, dude, it's going well. It's going well. Moving on to the next step here. Okay, so I use the fetch APIs that's built in React Native, but you can make the post requests however you like. Okay, online to the actual expiration in Unix time. Devices async storage with the custom set user function I wrote. You can save them wherever you'd like. Yeah. So, oh, I also forgot. We will need to do this. We will need to do set Firebase function generates. Oh, actually I don't need to write that here, but essentially we have to set in state. Okay, cool. That's what I want to do. Did the auth work? Yeah, the auth is working. We have an API token. So now it's kind of understanding, all right, we have our API token. So what are we going to do with this now? And so my first thought is we grab the user data, right? We grab the information to associate a Spotify user or a third-party OAuth with Firebase. Once we get that information, we're going to go ahead and create a Firebase user within our database and in Firebase. What is the other computer in the back for? Oh, this back here, like behind me? That's actually my roommate's computer. He works from home fairly often, so it's just a monitor. Oh, and a laptop. His laptop's down here. Yeah. Computing. Okay, so hey, we have an access token out, which means that we can actually make calls to Spotify's API. Holy, that's awesome. We'll get that in a second. We just need to touch on the last part of the authorization code flow, which is how to get a new access token when ours expires, which happens every 6 minutes. Oh, that's actually kind of shitty. A super nonchalant about third party. That third party that came along in that fetch, the access token gets all the glory, but it would be quickly fade to dust without our handy refresh token. Valid. So the process for refreshing expired access tokens is really similar to getting the access token for the first time. Yeah, so we definitely want to make sure we do this. So again, let's go through this flow first and make sure that we will get that properly. So get API token, and then it's const refresh API token, some async method. And so I think that's actually going to happen over here. So we function could error out the previous token expires. So I guess the first thing to check is actually where should we actually check where our token refresh should be? Okay, yeah, this is what I thought. So it's wherever we need to use Spotify's API, get user data, and then it's expiration time. If the expiration time, yeah, else we refresh tokens, else we don't. Okay, that's what I thought. So we should put this over here. Handle Spotify auth. So whenever we call this, we should do the logic in here since we're doing it all there. Why did you choose to go with JS over TypeScript? I'm more familiar with JavaScript. Like I think I've said this a couple times. Whoa. I've said this a couple times. Looking back at it, I think it would have been beneficial to use TypeScript, but hey, life goes on. It's all good. We were talking yesterday about doing a refactor in TypeScript. Everyone's like, bro, it's gonna be freaking terrible. And I'm like, you're right. So maybe that will be something fun that we can do after we launch this thing, but it's all good. I don't think it's a huge deal. Not a huge deal. So maybe what we should really do first is create our mock user, or create our user if they have already been created through Firebase. And then yeah, and then maybe we can go ahead and go through this flow. Go through the refresh token. Yeah, so we should probably do this first. We'll just do in here, console.log. Checking for refreshing API token for Spotify. So essentially this would go here. Okay, we don't need this anymore. Don't need that anymore. Oh, but handles Spotify auth only happens here. Oh, get authorization code actually. So it should happen here. And then we call. Yeah, then I'll go and do the things. So here it's. I guess it's not even there. It's more so on auth. Once we hit this thing. Firebase will handle our stuff here for us, right? If any state has changed, but we need a way to check third-party stuff. So technically here, here is where we should check for token expiry for third party. And so this is, we're going to have to create something to handle this, because what if like not everyone's going to be signed in with the same service, right? So we need to set up something that's like, hey, I'm signed in with Spotify. Let's check that refresh token. Or maybe for our users in our array of social platforms, we go through and we literally just do a bulk check of like, is this okay? Is this okay? Is this okay? And we go from there. Oh my God, we got some embedded comments. Jesus. Some said JS or TypeScript would be nice, but you know what? I think if you wrote it in C, you would have made perfection. Thank you, silly. And Backy, pee poo poo. Beautifully said. Beautifully said. Thanks for using your pixels here on stream, folks. Oh man. Pee poo poo. What a man. What a comment to use. Oh my God. All right. I'll take it, man. I'll take it. Thanks for using your pixels on stream again, folks. Yeah, so at that point, we'll need to do that. But I guess before we do the refresh stuff, let's go ahead and do this here. Okay, so we can look at the API reference here. Oh, they have a wrapper. Okay. I mean, at this point, we can kind of just do our thing. Get user's current profile. Get a user's profile. Yeah, what does this return? Display name. That's what I'm really looking for in that type of stuff. I think this is the 5th time someone's asked that question on TypeScript. Time to make an issue. It's a bug now. Yeah. Yeah. Maybe so. So we're given a display name, if available, an email, a followers, Spotify user ID, images, the user profile's image. Yeah, we should grab that. Product. Oh, if they're on premium or not. I don't. Oh, that actually might be something we may need. And then Spotify URI for the user. Okay, so I think what we should do is probably call this guy. Just get current user's profile, right? So it's literally just api.spotify.me. So what do I need to pass in for this? Listen. Auth token. If the user read email scope is authorized, the return JSON will include the email address that was entered when the user created the Spotify account. The user object in JSON. Okay. Yeah, so we just have to pass in the authorization bearer token, and we should be good. And then we just pass in the endpoint. So for this is where we're going to need to start setting up some service stuff here. So this is also part of the architecture we were talking about, I think it was last week. Let's say Grüvee, we want to have a web client now, right? And we want it to do the exact same thing. At this point, we put all of our logic in here for our Spotify endpoints or Spotify, like APIs that we're going to call whatever. And then we're going to have to set up the same exact thing in the web. Whereas let's say we had a Firebase function that we called that said, hey, get me the Spotify user information. We can just set up a URL that calls that thing, and any client could call that function, and then we could return it no matter what, right? From whatever client we're on. The problem that we were talking about was if you do it through Firebase functions, you have two sets of payments that you need to do, right? You're calling your function, that's a cost. And then from a Firebase function, I believe there's a cost for calling to a third party, like a non-Google URL, in which like at the end of the day is okay. But that's all on the assumption that like, oh, we'll create another client. Like who knows if we'll create another client, right? So architecturally, it makes sense. I think in our use case, so it probably makes sense to just do it in here. And then for whatever reason, if we do decide to make another client, we essentially can extrapolate all of this into something else. Or we end up just building our own server and doing all that. But I think right now it makes sense to just kind of keep everything included in this mobile client. And then if we decide again to make a desktop or a web, or like depending on how this project goes, then we create something where we actually take all this out, put it into a Firebase function, and go from there. Yeah, I think that sounds pretty good. I like it. So I guess we should probably create a new folder then. Service. And then we'll create another folder in here called Spotify. And then we'll create a new file in here called maybe like endpoints. .js. So we'll create a bunch of different folders in here with our endpoints, and then essentially we will just we'll just export these guys, right? That makes total sense. Cool. I'm glad you think so, Ed. Yeah, I feel like it would be really awesome to have that, to already have it set up like that, but it doesn't make sense right now for the state of the project. Silly, have a great one, friend. Thanks for being here like always. Dude, I will talk to you soon. Sorry I've been kind of inactive on other things, but have a great rest of your day, man. Thanks for being here and hanging out. Endpoints.js. Yeah, so I really think we can just kind of do our thing here, right? And so this will house our endpoints. More so our logic or our Spotify endpoints. Something like that. Hey, Poopa, what's up? What's up with the Spotify service being in iOS? Just arrived. You're talking about this guy right here? Oh, haha. No, thank you. Yes, it's not supposed to be in there. Oopsie. Oh no. Good call, man. Thanks for that. Didn't even notice. Yeah. Move. I think I had it open and I accidentally might have clicked that. Yeah, there we go. Thanks, dude. Nemesis Salient, thank you very much for that follow, friend. Welcome to the Pixologic team. Glad to have you here. Yeah, so we were just talking about Poopa, how we're going to set this up. But essentially, this will house our logic for our Spotify endpoints. Inside of this guy, I'm going to want to create probably like a... like endpoints constants. Something like that. Yeah, thank you. How's it going today? What's going on? Welcome to the show, I guess. This programming thing that we do. If you got a chance to have a look at the project restructure show, I had 3 different proposals. Fantastic. Yeah, dude, I'll definitely take a look at that. Thanks for looking into that, man. I will definitely take a look at some point today. Okay, so I just did it like that. That's what I was trying to figure out. So essentially, this will include our... Oh, your PR! Gasp! Let's do that right now. I totally forgot. Dude, thank you. Thanks for the reminder. It's so funny. I was on GitHub. I didn't even notice. Yes, hold on. Let me write this down. So this will include our actual endpoint. So do that there, and then let's put a const with our host name. Man, yes, we got to get that in. Strachu, thank you so much for the follow, friend. Welcome to the Pixologic team. Glad to have you here, my dude. Yeah, so we're going to take this guy, or probably like this, because some of them could be different V's, right? Versions is what I mean. Host name. Oh, okay. Well, that wasn't what I was looking for, but I will take it. All right. PR. Yes, I forgot Creative Nobu put in a PR yesterday. Let's go ahead and get that checked in. Holy Jesus, I forgot. And that was on Grüvee Mobile. Working, having this show on the second monitor. Hey, let's go. Dude, I love it. I do that all the time. I usually watch game streams, but lately I've been watching a lot more programming streams while I work. And sometimes my manager, he sits behind me, he'll come by and he'll be like, and he always looks over like, are you working or are you watching Twitch? He's like looking at me like, And then sometimes I'll be talking to my coworkers and they're talking to me and I see them like staring at my monitor, my other monitor that Twitch is playing on, and it always makes me chuckle. It always makes me laugh. So this will add important instructions to help anyone setting up a development environment for an Android device. Yes, this is fantastic. Hey, Coder's Life, what's up? Good day to you, friend. How we doing? How we doing? So once that's complete, run Android or validate your device over ADB. And then it's set up key store for Android signing, where Grüvee project is the location of your root project. Okay, so is this on a physical device, Creative? This is, right? Yeah, there you go. Yeah, exactly. Oh, bash, nice. Physical or virtual. Okay, that's weird. I don't remember having to do any of this. But you're saying you had to do this. So add the key store password, min 6 characters, fill the information requires, name, resolution, country, etc. Finally, add the debug key password. May use the same password for the key store for development purposes. Next, we open the Gradle build config located at Android app build Gradle, and under signing configs, update the store password and key password. If you change the store file name and alias, you will have to update that in the build Gradle file. Okay. Oh, it already had it? Okay. Gotcha. Okay, yeah, this looks great, man. Is there a reason why we have spaces here? This space here? Because it doesn't really matter. You change that to release instead. Yeah, because I feel like if I was going in to work on this project and debug it, right? And like create a PR for it, I don't have to go through all of this in order to get it running on my local device or an emulator. Is that right? I'm just trying to understand if you had to go through all this in order to get that working, or yeah. Because if we... Oh, so you're saying if we change it to release, we can completely ignore the key store steps. Got it. So this is required for debug. But okay, so did you or did you not have to do this to run your, like, if you did not do this, were you able to still run everything locally? It sounds like this is for release. Like the signing happens automatically for release, but nope, it didn't work. Okay, so you had to do it. Because that's weird. I didn't have to do that, and I'm trying to figure out why. Okay. No, that's cool. I want to just double check and understand. Okay. No, it looks good, man. This is great. This is really, really well done. But you forgot one thing. God damn it. Creative. Yeah, no, but we want to keep it in debug. I don't want to change it to release. Let's just keep it in debug for now. I don't know, like... I feel as though potentially release could bring some other issues or have some debug issues to begin with. So this is cool for now. You forgot to add yourself as a contributor. Oh, wait, you already added, aren't you? You're already added. Okay, cool. Yeah, I was like, you've already made a PR. I forgot. This is your second one. Okay, cool. Creative, thank you very much, friend. You have been approved for the merge. We are merging you in. Confirm. Yo. How's it going? Hey, Growl. Welcome in. Nice to see you. Are we ready for launch? Always. Always ready for launch, dude. Ooh, is that a little hamburger? It better be vegan, man. I don't eat real meat around here. What the heck? Get that out of here. Thank you again for that, dude. Appreciate you, Creative. Cool. So if anyone is planning to contribute to Grüvee and is wanting to debug on Android, Creative Nobu actually just added some extra steps that was needed in order to do that locally or on device. So thank you for that, friend. Really appreciate it. Let's go take a look at that. See how it looks in our README. Ooh, baby. This README is hot. Look at that. Oh my God. This is a beautiful README. Beautiful. Especially it looks really good in dark mode. Not gonna lie. Evgend redeemed cover Alex face with emotes. Really, Evgend? You didn't even say hi and you drop 1,000 pixels to cover my face in emotes? All right then. Folks, if you haven't been a part of this yet, you're going to have 30 seconds. Chat will go into emote only mode. And for 1,000 pixels, you're able to take this time to cover my face in emotes. I love to cover your face. Thank you. Oh, man. All right. I see you. We're going to start the clock right now. Here we go. Evgen, thank you again for covering my face in emotes. Let's get it. Oh no. Oh no, hold on. Oh no. There we go. Ha ha ha. Enjoy, friends. 30 seconds on the clock. Get in those emotes. Hey. Oh. Oh. Some good ones. Okay. All right. You got 15 seconds. Hick. Ooh. Fail? No, I never fail. Never. And that, my friends. Oh, boom replay. Hello. That's the end of it. Thank you so much, Evgen, for using your pixels, man. Thanks for covering my face. I do know you enjoy it now. You too can cover my face in emotes with 1,000 pixels. Or you can comment a custom line of code within our app for 1,800 pixels. So come on, farm those pixels. Farm those pixels. What's up, Papnev? Welcome back. And Ting Bangs, what's up? Welcome. Hey, cheers. Cheers to that, my friend. All right, so let's get back to the Spotify thing, eh? So we're creating this endpoint constants thingy over here. And essentially it's just going to be an export const. We're going to call this, what is this endpoint? Me? Get current user. Which line is a bit where you get the code from Spotify? That is over in our Spotify actions. So this guy here, I don't know why this is weird. Yeah, here we go. So essentially, or sort of, essentially we call it with get authorization code, where we actually end up doing this. So we can actually move this over there too. Hey, Kindareth, welcome back. What's up? This calls our actual endpoint. Then it does a deep link into our Grüvee app. And then from there, this gets called where we actually need to grab the code from our path, and then we can get the API token down here. So I can move that. I forgot. I can do that too. I should probably call this like API host name. And then we can do const accounts host name for that other one. So we do this. Cool. So get current user. I guess we should probably do it in, I think, all caps, maybe. So it would be API host a name, and then this endpoint is literally just, I think it's v1/me. v1/me. Easy. And then we're gonna need to this for now. Oh, what's the problem? Okay. Must remember that strings use the full length. Spotify action line 8. Thank you, Phoenix. That, you know what? That is a very helpful comment. Thanks for that. I think that's like the first helpful comment we'll have in this piece of code. Good call, man. Wait, that's illegal? To have helpful comments? Nah, man. Dude, why does it do that? My linter literally shits itself every time I put in a comment. It's like, oh, why are you doing this? Thank you for using your pixel here, friend. All right, so we got that, and then we're going to do export const get get authorization code. Yeah. Get authorization code. And that's going to be here with accounts host name. And then this one's going to be a little trickier, because we do have to do this. So we need to pass in a client ID. This one's more of a like a setter, because he's not used to the comments. True. Yeah, this one, I guess we can just pass it in, right? And then this will just return our thing. It seems a little weird, but all right, so we do response type, client ID. So we need a client ID. Client ID. We will need a scope. And then we are going to need redirect URI. Scopes and redirect URI. And then this is literally, oh, we can just do it like this, right? Where it does the thing here. And we grab, I think we can essentially just do this. Something close to that. So authorize response type code client ID. It's actually just going to equal to client ID. Assuming that we have scopes, we do our encoding there, and then redirect URI. I don't like that being all capital. It's just going to be that thing. That's going to go there. What's the problemo here, friend? No. Oh. I also forgot. This needs to have accounts hostname. Dude, why? It's like my linter's not working anymore. It's like, or it's working, but on save, it's not formatting it back. Like, it just leaves it. Oh, that could be why, maybe. Hold up. Let me restart this real quick. It's being really annoying. No, it doesn't seem... Huh. Let me take a look at this real quick. This is... I didn't realize how much I relied on this. Yeah, like on save, it should fix it, right? Is what it should be doing. So let's go to code, preferences, settings, workspace. on save? Oh, or did I remove that? I don't remember. Format a file on save. Yeah, we did take that out. But for this workspace? Seems wrong. Seems wrong. Okay. Yeah, I did take it out. I don't remember why I took it out. Okay. Yeah, much better. Sorry about that. So we have now get authorization code, get current user, and so we can actually test this guy out. This is endpoint constants in Spotify action. Import from Grüvee service, right? Service. Spotify. That's it. And then it should be endpoint constants. Oh. Endpoint constants. And what are we getting from there? Get authorization code. And so literally it will be this. We will do this. We will do this. And then we don't need auth URL anymore. We can just do this guy. Boom. Nice. Actually, you have a local VS Code setting with format on save turned on. Do I? Yeah, that's well. So in the workspace, it wasn't turned on for some reason. I don't know why that was happening. It's really weird. Because I thought I did as well. I just like today. I think I just noticed that, unless it was happening yesterday too. But anyways, so there it is. We've created this thing here, get authorization code, and then get current user. I wonder if I should put like code path or nah, that's all right. It's all right for now. But yeah, so essentially now we just pass in that thing. I kind of want to make sure this still works. Just because knowing my luck, something will be wrong. So let's make sure that still works. And we'll go from there. Yeah, and then this guy, we should be able to just pass this out. And let's see it then, friends. Am I logging my API token right now? I don't think so. No. Nice. All right. So we're going to do the login with Spotify. Make sure that our current path is still working properly. Give me 1 second there, please. All right. All right, then. Open. No, it's doing this on the first try. I don't know why. I don't know why it's doing that. Because now it's going to work. Yeah. It works no problem. So, yeah, it's something we got to look into. I'm not sure what the issue is there. Weird. Not sure. It's a weird one. But that still works. As we would have expected it to work. Okay, cool. So get authorization token. Oh, I guess that makes sense over there. And then the next one is get current user. So Spotify actions. Oh, I guess we could also, the whole point was to move this out as well, right? But this one's kind of different. This one's okay. This is just using a linking thing. We are the get API token though. Like we should probably move this one out. Yeah. So this was along the lines of setting up our kind of service folder thing. Yeah, so then this one is get API token. This is API services. Support const. Get API token. What's up, stupid Miss Stakesman? Nice name. That's not a mobile app, though? What you mean? What's not a mobile app? Of course it's a mobile app. That's API token. So this will be accounts hostname API token. Nice. And then with our endpoints, what we got to do is let's say import get API token. And that's going to be import from endpoints constants. Should be good. You mean a website wrapped in a web view? No, it's not TypeScript. And no, actually, this is React Native. React Native doesn't wrap stuff in web views. It actually uses native components on device. Yes. What's up, Victor? That's not TypeScript. It is not. Yeah, sad times. Yes. It is not. But it's okay. It's all right for now. Okay, so this thing, we're essentially, this is where we should call our Axio stuff. And so it's really get API token. Kind of want to just do this. Move this over here. This would be API token. Request. Does this still include JavaScript VM? Does it still include JavaScript VM? Do you mean... So the way that this works is that the business logic of this app is actually still compiled in JavaScript, right? So it still is hosted. Oh, I think I understand what you mean. Like, we still have a bundler that runs the JavaScript logic, but the things like the views and all those things, those are compiled down to native components. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's right. That is right. So we're going to do export const get API token, and then we are going to set this guy here. Yeah, and so at this point, we run this async thing. And we are going to pass in code. And then I feel as though our Spotify cred should probably be imported in here as well. Or Hermes or any JS engine. I don't think Alec is using V8. I don't know what engine I'm using. How could I tell? I guess. Like how do you know what engine you're using for that stuff? I don't know that much about that portion of it. Go to build.gradle. Okay. Node.js C Android. Oh, or enable Hermes equals true. Okay. I don't know enough to I kept it as defaults, right? So I don't know enough about it to do one or the other. Oh, you mean an app? App build Gradle. This guy here. The preferred build flavor of JavaScript core. Nice. Huh. Note that this variant is about 6 megabits larger per architecture than default. Interesting. Yeah, set to false. So this should be set on project extension React and mirrored here. If it is not set on projects in React, JavaScript will not be compiled to Hermes bytecode, and the benefits of using Hermes will therefore be sharply reduced. Okay. Nice. Pretty cool. I didn't know that. There's a declaration. Hell yeah. Oh, this is cool. Nice. Thanks for the pointing that. Have you tried more native solution? Yeah, I've written an app in Swift for iOS. But for this, I wanted to learn more about React Native. Wasn't really too worried about like performance and stuff. Just kind of, I want to learn something and play around with it. And it's been pretty good. I've really enjoyed it. Originally switched to V8 to memory lake. Oh, it's kind of sucky. It's actually really shitty. Okay, so at this point, get API token. This is literally just going to return our crap. And what should we do here? The credentials. Yes, I was going to import those here. It's a Spotify creds from. Don't remember. Where are these things? Did I put it in? Not service. It was over in the. Oh. Components off. Yes, that's where it was. So we might want to actually move those out. Oh man. Oh man. Yeah, because else it would be Grüvee components. I think it's creds. And then Spotify creds. Would have been that. Oh man, I can't remember where it was. Hold on, let me go to. Since I have it hidden, I can't remember where I put it. Settings. Components auth creds. That's what it was. Components auth creds. Where are you? Components auth creds. Did I call it Spotify creds? Oh, I guess I'm so dumb. I guess I could have just referenced it from here, right? Spotify creds. Why creds? Spotify creds. Did I spell components wrong? No. Oh. I always get that mixed up for the wrong errors here. Okay. That should be good. I love how people still hate on cross-platform. Performance is nearly identical for most use cases, and we can reuse code between iOS, Android, web. Competitive advantage. I've built iOS and Android apps. Slow progress. Annoying to build the same thing twice. Yeah. I know. But, it is what it is. People... I think for most use cases, people can use stuff like this, you've been saying. Okay, cool. So we make this thing here. Then we create our const params, new URL params, do that. Then we set up our options object for... Oh, we have to import Axios here. Yeah, dude. Where are you, dude? This thing. Hey, Kyle, welcome in, man. Morning. Axios right there. So we got our headers. Kind of want to make this like this. I feel like it's cleaner. Since all of these are now going to be just essentially params. Oh, and then we can actually do that, which is dope. Data, params. And then our URL, which is going to be this guy. Get API token. Boom. Not with those though. Boom. Await const response. And that's it. Do we do a try catch here? Yeah, we do our try. We do our catch. There we go. Not a big fan of framework approach as it doesn't really give you an engineering knowledge. Kind of sad everyone's adopting that faster for cheaper development. I could definitely understand you in some point, stupid. I feel like since I have built a more native solution, I feel a bit more aware of kind of how these things are working, which is really nice to know. But someone that comes in and they're like, they don't really have that knowledge, I definitely could see how, like, the more we extrapolate into these frameworks and libraries, the more we get away from like the base underlying of it. But I also feel as an engineer, if something's not working, right, and you're using something like this, you can do your general debugging steps, and then you're at that point where you're like, well, it looks like this is not something I'm doing wrong. It could be even deeper, where you as an engineer go in and figure that out. And I think that's where the knowledge stays, right? You still, if you have the proper engineering background, like, you'll understand that at some point you need to dive deeper into the framework to understand what's working, why is it doing certain things. So, you know, it's a little bit of both. Chevy would redeem cover Alex face with emotes. My God. My God. Folks, let's get into it. Would you have a suggestion on a good Windows laptop for developers? I don't need something as elaborate as a gaming laptop right now. Let me answer that, Kyle, right after we get the emotes covered. Folks, if you haven't been part of the emote face cover redemption, I'm going to put 30 seconds on the clock. For 1,000 pixels, you can cover my face in emotes. And chat will be in emote only mode. So let's go ahead and get it going. Starting now. Here we go. There we go. Okay. Phoenix, that one's so good, man. Oh no. Thoughts. The big thunks. Oh my God. You got 10 seconds. 10 seconds. And counting. And we are done. Hey, thanks for redeeming those 1,000 pixels here, Chevy. Appreciate you, man. Hope you all enjoyed. Yeah, so for 1,000 pixels, you can do that. Or for 1,800 pixels, you can add your own custom comment in code. We have many around here. This file actually is free of comments, which is highly surprising. But we have also just created it, so give it some time. Thanks again, Chevy. Oh, so a suggestion for good Windows laptops for developers. Yeah, I mean, I don't really know too much. It's kind of a hard one. I don't know. I don't really keep track of like what other companies are putting out for laptops these days, other than like kind of some Microsoft laptops, because I work there. But yeah, other than that, I don't know. I would say anything that has a lot of RAM and anything that is at least a quad core processor, you should be pretty good, pretty set. I would say 16 plus RAM is the way to go. Big issue with cross-platform solutions is that it's hard to provide the same level of usability that you get with native. Yeah, dude, I agree with that too. I've already noticed that with the small stuff that we've done, and it's kind of annoying. That part like very much bothers me. But I think the benefits of everything else have outweighed it. There you go, Poopa. Yeah. There's just so many suggestions on Google. I don't know. Yeah, man. I mean, at the end of the day, like, something that has the hardware will be good. And then it just kind of is up to you based on build quality, right? Like, I think one of the reasons why I like Mac so much is because I believe that the build quality is like unparalleled to some of the other laptop providers out there that kind of create these, like, they just don't feel good. They don't feel as good to use compared to like my MacBook, though my MacBook keyboard kind of sucks now, but I also don't use it often. Humans not fish. What's up? It depends on what you're developing. As for what computer you should buy, yeah, that's also good. But at the end of the day, to like be very generic, like RAM is, I think, the biggest thing right now. Yeah, RAM and CPU. RAM above all, I'd say. No, Neon. Hey, welcome back, man. What about Flutter? 1,800 points. God damn. What about Flutter? Good question. I still haven't done my research on Flutter. Oh, and here you go. First comment in the file. Good job. And folks, this is why it takes so long to do anything on here, because we just chilling, man. Oh, there we go. Thanks for using your pixels here, Neon. Appreciate you, man. But the Mac core on the inside is pretty crap when it comes to cooling. Yes and no, maybe. Like, yes, but also no. Just depends. It's one of those things that depends. X1 Carbon, baby. Yeah, I've actually heard a lot about that. I've heard it's pretty good. There's no reason not to buy a Mac. Yeah, and like the other thing is depending, like the OS, right? Depending on what you want to use. But all right, so we went ahead and we have this try catch. We added our headers, we added our options. Now we have our response. Cool. Gonna go ahead and actually remove this. And the next step really was really returning this at this point. So we have our response, and this is what we're getting in our response. And pretty much what we want is we want a way to store our expiry, our current refresh token, and then we'll also be setting up a refresh, so refresh API token as well. And so we create that Redux object and do that. So it looks like before we get to before we do any of that stuff, we're going to go ahead and just finish up this file, our endpoint stuff here. So that will do that, right? That should be okay. And then we need to actually do get API token in our Spotify actions from get authorization code, Spotify creds. This will be import, get API token from Grüvee service Spotify, and then not endpoint action, endpoint endpoints. Yeah, there we go. And instead of doing all this in here, we can do this. Get API token. Let me say bye-bye. Very nice. VS Code is another Chrome though. Yeah. Yeah, no, that makes sense, Kyle. Yeah, it's like at the end of the day, like obviously a lot of stuff factors into it. Price, what OS you want. It sounds like you want Windows. But yeah. Let us know what you get, dude. Excited to hear. I've been actually trying to convince myself to get a new MacBook. I don't know why. I really want one though. I want to sell. Hey, if you want a MacBook, I got a 2016 15-inch that I can sell you. If you want a second-hand MacBook, and then I can go buy a new one. Ken Villar, thank you so much for the follow, friend. Welcome to the Pixelogic team. Thanks for being here. As long as you don't need AirDrop, macOS VM should work well. Dude, AirDrop is great. AirDrop is legendary. Hell yeah, man. I got the touch bar and everything. That's all you need. You just need the touch bar. Yeah, I've been wanting to buy a new one, but I just haven't, like, I don't need it for anything. Like, I literally don't need it. I just want a new one. You know, life. I don't know what we're going to do with this thing. I don't know if we're going to even return anything here. We might not. But at that point, we do that. And then we can set up our other service, which we're going to do. Yo, humans not fish. Thanks for using your Twitch Prime, man. Holy. Heck yeah, dude. Thank you so much for that. Welcome in as an intern, dude. Appreciate you using your Twitch Prime here. If you're not part of the Discord yet, get in the Discord. Link your Twitch account to your Discord account. There we go. I was about to say your Prime account. I can give you a cool badge in Discord or a cool role. And I offer some benefits down below. So take a look at those panels. Use that money towards your new MacBook. Dude, it's really, I mean, I guess it is about the money, but I don't need it. You know what I mean? Like, my MacBook's doing well. It's like a nice machine. It does its thing. Yeah. The only reason why I want another one is because I want a smaller one. I want a 13-inch. That's what it is. Hell yeah. Yo, humans, dude. Thank you again for that awesome support. I really, really appreciate you doing that. I want a Mac Pro real bad. Yeah, I mean, well, I've been wanting a Mac Mini for like my at-home stuff, and then I wanted to get a 13-inch MacBook Pro to just have around with me. But then I'm like, that's kind of dumb. Yeah, but Mac Minis are so awesome, dude. Mac Minis are great. Are you planning on storing any user data on server side or just handling everything from client? Yeah, so I think Poopa, what I was going to do is API token is going to be stored client side. I think everything associated with the API token will be stored on device. So we'll just put that as part of our user object and state. And then, yeah, and I think that's kind of it. The other thing that I was going to store, what do I have here? For my social platform. So I was going to store per user, the platform name, I don't know, I have friendly name, the username, some like data from the service that we get. But yeah, other than that, associated to actual API stuff, just that. The good thing is that MacBooks keep their price for a long time, so you could probably upgrade for pretty cheap. Yeah, exactly. That's kind of like what I'm saying. Like I could probably get a new MacBook and not pay too much more for it. Roy Kokup, thank you so much for the follow, friend. Welcome to the team, folks. We're at 2,480 followers on the channel. Can we get 20 more? 20 more by the end of today's stream? That would be freaking awesome. 20 more. Hello. Yeah, you could make one. Yeah, I think that's actually what a lot of people do. Yo, Vesper, best of luck. I hope it goes well, man. I have the new Mac Mini. Oh, I want it, man. I want it. Is it worth it? Is it worth it, Evgen? The thing is that I have my gaming PC here, and like, I don't know, man. The 16-inch is nice. The problem I'm having right now is I have the 15-inch, and so when I'm at home, most of the time I use it with my two screens, like I'm doing now. But when I go like somewhere else, I use the actual laptop, right? But I've been mostly trying to use it on the plane, and every time I open it on the plane, it's just too big, and I hate it. It bothers me so much I can never use it. And so I'm like, why don't you just get a 13-inch? And so that's what I want to do. But the new 13-inch doesn't have the brand new keyboard, which sucks. Yeah, it's annoying. So like that's why I'm kind of like up in the air. I like it. Yeah, I feel like it's really great. It'd be really awesome to have. I don't know, man. Life goes on, I guess. Maybe I'll finally pull the trigger one day. Oh, really, humans? Oh, that's interesting. I've seen like my friends use 13 inches on the plane, and it's been like much better than what I've been like. Let me show you the scenario that goes through my head every single time. I get my laptop out, and I'm like, all right, yo, let's do this thing. And I grab it and I put it on the little foldy thing, right? The little table, put it on there, open up the screen, and then the screen is touching like the very top of the foldy thing holder, the foldy table. And then I get terrified. If someone moves their seat back, they're going to literally crack my screen in half. It's just gonna go bah, and it's gonna crack the entire thing, and it's gonna be the worst time ever. So yeah, that's why I don't like it. That's why I want a 13-inch. And I don't say I fly all the time, but I think I fly like fairly regularly, and it's annoying. That's what it is. Pulled the trigger the other day on an upgrade to my PC, bought a GTX 1660 at Christmas, and then bought a new Mobo RGB RAM and 2nd gen Ryzen 7 last week. Damn, dude. That's lit. Literally from the RGB. Oh, just straight in 2018 13-inch Funk Pro with 16-inch 2019. Definitely like the size of the 13, but 2019 performs much better. No random crashes. Oh, interesting. Okay. What do you have in it, Poopa? What do you have in the 13? Where are we going next? Fiji? Nah. I haven't been out of the country for a little while. I would like to go out again. Don't know where yet, though. Thanks, you want to kill me. What a guy. What a champ. Oslo. We go to Oslo? That would be kind of fun. I actually do have a flight radar for Amsterdam, because I love that place and I'd like to go back. Yeah, dude. Okay, so I would definitely like to get 16 gigs. At least an i7. '2018 was a misstep for sure. Looking forward to their next 13-inch one. Like if they made 14-inch. Honestly, that'd be pretty sick. Yo, Extremer, welcome. What do you think on developing iOS Android natively versus Flutter? You've probably been asked this 1,000 times, so feel free not to answer. I always feel bad, man, because I actually don't know enough about Flutter to give you a proper answer. I know more about React Native and like iOS natively. I think in general, we kind of touched on this a little bit earlier. Developing using a framework compared to native code has its advantages, but it also has its fallbacks. For most use cases, developing with something like Flutter or React Native is like pretty good. So that's what I would say. Yeah. I hope that answers your question, Extremer. I have a guest room with a Mac Mini, or do you have a guest room for your Mac Mini? Come stay in my Airbnb. I have a guest computer. Don't forget the printer in there, man. Don't forget the printer in there. It's for you? Yo, you know what we should do? Evgen, I'm going to fly out to you. I'm going to stay in your new renovated kitchen. And we'll do a co-stream. And I'll use the Mac Mini. And you use your setup. And we'll do something. We'll build some sort of app. We'll have a hackathon. We'll have a hackathon 24-hour stream at your home. Oh my God. Smoke weed too? Yeah, why not? I'm more of a alcohol drinker. Then we finally get some progress on this. Oh! Hey, watch yourself, all right? Watch yourself. A bit deeper into Flutter myself as well. Yeah, I always feel bad. I literally have to make a reminder to like do some research on it because I really have not looked at all at it. It wasn't even a question on like what I would use here. It was just like, I want to do React Native. So yeah, that's kind of where that is. But anyways, let's get back to some code, man. Have about another 45 minutes here. So just like Evgen is saying, maybe we will get some progress. But this is fun. I like talking to you all. Good combos. But yeah, low key, super low key before we get started again. If anyone's looking for a 2016 MacBook Pro that they're interested in buying, just hit me up. I got a nice one. Just got it repaired. Brand new screen, brand new trackpad, brand new keyboard, brand new battery. Just heads up. Hit me up. All right. Cheese grater looks lit. Honestly, it looks great. It's actually pretty fantastic. So we set up this thing called endpoint constants. Now we're calling our get API token endpoint here. I'm not doing anything with the response right now. I'm just going to put a console here for now saying we got the thing, or we got the token. Let's make sure this still works because again, I like to make sure things work. Hopefully it doesn't break. What happened to the old screen? Yeah, the old screen had some light bleed on the bottom right. And then I told him like, oh, my keyboard, it has like some stuff wrong with it. It doesn't work well because they're replacing a bunch of keyboards at that time. This was actually like last month. And they're like, yeah, we can take a look at it. So in order to replace the keyboard, they actually had to remove the whole bottom assembly. And the battery was attached to the bottom assembly. So they're like, we just replaced the battery. So they gave me a new touch bar, a new keyboard, a new trackpad, a new battery, and a new screen. So essentially I have a new laptop. Yo, Licorice, what's up? Dude, the week's been all right. Today is like the official start day for me as I had off yesterday for work. So it's been, I guess that's a good thing, right? Cool. So we're going to go in here, our login with Spotify. Oh, buffer's not defined. God damn. You damn buffer. We got to put it in our thing here. Almost forgot that. Import buffer. Yeah, let's do it, dude. Let's try that again. What did they keep? Essentially the Mobo and all the components on it. Yeah. The case for the screen? No, they actually replaced the case. I don't know if they replaced the case for the screen. Now that I think about it. I'm not sure. I'm not entirely sure. I think you might be right. Oh, the bottom case. Yes, that's the one. They did replace the screen case. The bottom case they did keep. That's correct. We got the token. Let's go. Let's go. Let us go. By the way, my coffee is running low. My coffee is running a little low. I could really use a nice new cup of coffee right now. Like, right? Print the token? Nah, man, we're not gonna do that. We ain't gonna do that. You crazy guy, you. Come on now. You crazy guy, you. We should make a test Spotify account, though. Someone brought that up yesterday. Do you make your own coffee? Like do a grind? Yes, I do. Bro, I love it. We got the tokens. Yeah, we did. We got those damn tokens. Okay, cool. So that works. I just want to make sure everything works before, like, as I'm moving things over to our Spotify actions. Get authorization code. Yeah, we're just keeping that in here. So honestly, at this point, should we keep this in here though? This seems sort of dumb. I don't know. Refresh token. That's the one we're going to need to do next. So we're actually just going to throw this. Get out of here. We're just going to throw this in here for now. Export const refresh API token. Yeah, then I can delete this. We're going to do that soon, but not yet. Anyone here know if he's actually drinking coffee? I use mugs like that for energy drinks and shit. No, I definitely am drinking coffee, Licorice. I think. Yes. I gotta head home. Enjoy the rest of the stream. Evgen, appreciate you, man. Dude, I'm coming out to you, man. We're gonna do this thing. We're gonna make progress. I'm gonna put a flight tracker on Oslo so I can come see you and stay in the room that has the Mac Mini. Have a great rest of your day, dude. Thanks for stopping by again. Peace and love, my friend. we were just talking about it. I was like, yeah, I haven't traveled out of the country in a while. I would really like to go somewhere. And then we were just talking about that. So potentially so. I don't know. So if we did that, what was our next step? Oh, right. We were doing the endpoint to call to get our info. That's what it was. So we have this.me. It's a Spotify actions, handle Spotify auth, get authorization code, export const. We're going to do get user really is what it is, right? And if we look at the docs, it's nice but expensive. I've heard really, really good things about it. Over in Norway. I think it would be a lot of fun. It'd be really great. Oh, this is the wrong file. This is going to be this would be a post as well. And then I'm pretty sure this is probably a post. API token refresh. There we go. And then this is export const get user async. Excuse me. And at this point, what we need to do is get API token, and this is then going to be get user, get current user. You're more than welcome to visit the West Coast as well. If you come over, you can stay for free at my place. Dude, thank you so much. That's super kind of you. Yeah, hell yeah, I would love to. It's like, it's actually really cool to be streaming at this time, because a lot of people from like your side of the world are over there, and I really, really would love to meet people that like I talk to you guys every single day, right? So to meet you in person would be freaking awesome. And we hang out literally multiple hours a day. So I did that last year. I went to London and I met up with someone that I knew from Twitch for some time. So, yo, Redna, dude, thank you so much for the resub. Using your Twitchy Prime, a sub 2 months in a row. Cheers, friend. Thanks for continuing your internship at the Pixelogic dev team. Thank you so much for that, man. Appreciate all the support. You rock. Nice. London is great. Yeah, it's great. It was great. And it was like super cool to meet him. I was like, hey, man, what's up? Yeah, it was awesome. It was really cool. Had a lot of fun that trip. Yeah, it would be cool. We'll plan something. We'll definitely plan something soon. Hey, Artendor. I'm doing well. How are you doing today, friend? What's up? So the only thing we need to pass in our header is the authorization, right? I think. Yeah, we just need to pass in the access token. So it will be API token here. Spotify auth is over. It is not. No. We've been chugging away at it very slowly. But it's been a lot of fun, you know, having some good talks and things like that. We probably want to do application JSON, right? Just in case. Oh, but I guess we're not passing anything in, right? So headers, then again, it's authorization bearer token here, not creds. For it's just going to be API token. You're doing fine. Awesome. Glad to see it. Thanks for stopping by again. Headers, no data. This thing here is get current user. Get current user. Boom. All right. So we created our header with our authorization. Our cons options here. It's a get request. We add in our headers with our URL param. Get a response from this guy once we do our Axios call. And then we can console.log the thing here. So for this, I probably am going to hide my screen just a tad for this because I don't know what it's going to return. And this is my personal Spotify account. So I want to make sure that nothing comes out there. What's the business model of the app? And are you working full-time on it or you have a job? I do have a full-time job. This is a side project currently. So, yes. And the business model, what do you mean? I guess business model, this is an open source project. I want everyone to contribute to it. I do not plan to try to make any money off of it. The only thing I'm trying to do with this app is get people to contribute and essentially launch it to the store and get people to say that they've been able to contribute to an application that has X amount of users. The goal is 10,000 monthly active users. Is a massive goal, but hey, we'll see what we can do, how far we can get. Hopefully we can get there. And yeah, that's the game plan, man. That's the game plan. The only support I, would look for is here on Twitch, growing my channel. Any support here will go into like running the server costs for this app and things like that, all that fun stuff. I did, Licorice. I did. There were too many people, man. Yeah, I think so, man. I think you're right. And I think it's a good goal. I would love to be like, yo, 10,000? Let's go, baby. Woo, it's a lot of users. How high do you estimate server costs? I have no idea. We're going to find out. I don't know. But I don't mind fronting them at all for now. And then we'll figure out how high they are, see what I need to do in order to maintain that. What server? Oh, you're right. No server. But more of the Firebase action costs. Yeah. Firebase functions, sorry. Okay, so let's call this thing get user, current user. And so we're actually just going to call this. Oh, get API token. Why don't we just do it in here? So access token. I guess we should rename it to access token. I don't know. Return response dot data dot access of access token, like that though. What's the problem here? In dot notation? Jesus. All right. Fine. Dot notation it is. Okay, Spotify actions. We do get API token, const access token. All right, we'll just call it token. Await that thing, and then we will get user data. Let's go. Let's get it. Get current user. Boom. Oh wait, get current user with our token. My God. My God. We're gonna rename that token. Boom. All right, let's run it. So at this point, we should be getting our access token, and then we should be calling our get user endpoint to go from there. Yeah, your Instagram's in the bio now. Thanks, Licorice. Yeah, I used your recommendation. I bet only one user. Damn. All right, creative. Okay. I feel you, bro. Do you plan on using App Center for CI/CD? I hadn't thought about it. Potentially. I'm off of work. Enjoy the day, everyone. Humans, not fish. My friend, thank you again for the Twitch Prime. You freaking rock. Enjoy your day at work. Talk to you soon. Do you plan? Unfortunately, they're looking for a lead developer role, so I didn't really have a chance. Oh, hey, that's all right. If you made a good impression, there's always potential for them to open up a role for you if they have the space for it. You know. What's up, Flight Wizard? I really love your README for the mobile repo. Did you write it yourself? I wrote the baseline. Our moderator here, Roars at Beards, actually made it beautiful and pretty. And then we've had a bunch of contributions to the README. One of them today is actually from someone in chat right now. Creative Nobu added some stuff to the Android section. So yeah, it's a contribution from a couple different people. So I'm very glad you like it. And I would love for you to clone down the repo and maybe try to see if it works. If you have any suggestions, we're always open for PRs, man. Always open for PRs. All right, so the scenario. Log in with Spotify, get access token, call get user API, get our user. So I'm going to go up to the login portion, and I'm logging the user right now. So let me go ahead and hide the screen. Again, this is my personal Spotify account. I don't know what data is supposed to be coming out with it. Well, I don't remember. I could easily look. But here, okay, here we go, baby. We got it. Woohoo! I don't think there's anything here that's like, I guess it has my ID. What is this? Hold on, let me look at this real quick. Do I have a picture? Oh. Hey! Take a look at this guy. Huh? Look at this guy. Look at him. That's my profile pic. Damn. What a good looking fella, huh? Oh, look at that guy. What a happy chap. Yeah, this came from the Spotify API, so let's go. It's actually pretty fantastic. Hell yeah, man. So, yeah, we got most of that stuff. I feel like we're okay here. yeah, it just has my user ID and things like that. So my name. I have followers. Do I have followers? Nice. It's actually kind of cool. Sweet. So that was easy. We did it. I guess the next point is, what are we going to do now? Now it's creating our user. I can't wait to use Grüvee on my Windows phone. feels bad, man. Yeah, dude, at work, man. So, you know, I work on the Windows Store, right? Windows Store is obviously was on the App Store, or is the store that we use on the Windows Phone. And so I don't know if you know, but we don't support it anymore. Or like the last update was a couple months ago or something. And we've been getting a lot of bugs that people file, and they're like, this is not working, blah, blah, blah. And we're like, bro, we don't support it anymore. Come on. Hey, iOS stream. What do you think about cyberspace.dev? I don't know. Let's take a look. Whoa, what the? Holy. Damn, alpha? All right. I don't know what to think about it. I don't know I can't tell what this thing does. All it's telling me to do is sign in, and then that I can help check out the crowd page. Lock the front door, Alec. I don't know, man. Oh, it made a noise. Jesus. All right. Well, I think the first thing, and the one thing that I would highly suggest if you are the developer of this site, put like, what the heck is that thing? Right? Like, I have no idea what it is. Overlord 099, thank you very much for the follow, friend. Welcome to the Pixelogic team. Glad to have you here. All right. Sure. What do we do now? What's our game plan? We are at this point where we handle our Spotify auth. We come in here, get current user token, or get current user. We get the API token that gets returned here with our token. We do handle Spotify auth, and then we do our call. So pretty much at this point, what we can do is we can set up our local state with our Redux with our new user. So we need to make sure to go in there and add our API token and things to this state. Hey, iOS stream 201, thank you very much. Or IO stream 2021, thank you very much for the follow. Welcome to the team, my friend. Glad to have you. So yeah, essentially, when we go ahead and essentially auth, we should create our user in our state. So let's go ahead and do that. River CLI. Hey, what's up? Thank you very much for that follow. Welcome to the team, friend. Glad to have you here. Yeah, so at this point, we know, as long as we didn't catch, oh no, sorry, not this one. At this point, we know we have our token. So that's freaking sweet. So then we move on to, we have our API token. Let's go ahead and let's add this to our user state. And for that, we need to go ahead and run a dispatch on this guy, right? How do we do that within this action? I've only ran dispatch. I think we can just import dispatch from what's that thing? From Redux, and we shouldn't have any issues. We can just call dispatch here. But for that, we're gonna actually need to go to Redux, go to our actions, go to our user, and go to our user actions. So essentially, we have the sign in user action. I think that's a little different though, because this is going to be fetching it from our server. But we can also do you already have dispatch line 18. What do you mean? In which file are you talking about, Poopa? Oh, you have a wait before the return of Axios. That will not return undefined null because of the async call. Yeah, that's correct. So this is a async method here, and await says, wait for this to finish, return the response, then it returns the token. It's the same as like very similar to a dot then in a promise. Are you developing for both Android and iOS? I am. That is correct. You're mixing API calls with funks? Maybe. I'm not sure yet. Oh, should try catch handle the data? Oh. Yeah. Hey, Jack, welcome. Nice to see you. Essentially, what I was trying to do is I have this thing set up here to do the thing, right? And then, oh yeah, I guess I forgot, we can call our thunk, which will call the API, right? That's what we were trying to do at the beginning. No, I wasn't trying to make it a thunk. Our user actions here is our thunk, right? So at this point, this is where we call it, but technically this is my sign-in user action. I don't know if my logic for sign-in should be, hey, I've authenticated with this user, and then, or like, I signed in with Spotify. Do I use this to check to see if I already have this user in Firebase and then create it? Or should I separate those two pieces of logic and be like, all right, this is a first sign-in, create a user, then do something else, or this is a sign-in, look for the user, then do something else. First comment after inflation. You got it, dude. You got it. Ooh, on a file that doesn't have a comment. Nice. Good call. Line 1, you got it. Thanks for using your pixels here, friend. So yeah, I think I wrote here we should call our Firebase function or write directly to our Firestore. We first need to check if the user already exists. We actually need to set our object from DB into state. Yeah. So I think we should still use the sign-in user here, and we need to change this up a bit. Yeah. No, it makes sense. I think I had it mixed up. Because I've been writing all this just to test it out to make sure it works, and it does work now. So now we're on to that step for sure. For sure. Yeah. No, thanks for the heads up, Poopa, for sure. Oh, man. Echo, what's up? Thank you so much for the follow, friend. Thanks for being here, and thanks for being a part of the Pixel Logic team. Let me go ahead, closing all those out, and ting bang, I will go ahead, throw you here. Thanks for using your pixels here, my friend. I don't know, I'm assuming you want that part of your code. So there it is. Your comment is embedded in this project forever. Amazing. There you go, friend. Yeah, thank you. Thanks for using the points, dude. All right. All right. Yeah. So our endpoints again. What's wrong here? Expect a return. Gotcha. Yeah, we're not. Oh, you do have a return. Oh, in our catch here. Or no? It's kind of weird. Oh, in our try, does that not work? Whatever. Look at that later. So yeah, our endpoint we should be calling in our thunk, right? So in our user actions here, we'll do the thing here. So let's go ahead and do sign in action types, and then we have our action creators. Then we're going to import. Essentially, it's get current user, right? So get API token, refresh API token, or we do all of these. We pretty much do these guys. But because we're going through a deep link, we have to do it a bit differently. If your coffee is getting cold, I just got you a new one. No. Yo, dude, thank you so much for that, man. It is getting cold. It's getting very cold. Cheers to that, Licorice. Appreciate you, dude. Thanks for the coffees, bro. I like that. James Warner had that on his stream one day, and I was like, this is the coolest thing ever. I love it. And I'm like, I'm gonna add this because I drink a lot of coffee. and I like that you can support via coffee, like, you know, cups of coffee. So cheers, Licorice. Appreciate you, man. Thanks so much for that. Jesus, it is so cold. I'm gonna go get a nice Starbucks now. What the heck? I'm living in style now. Woo-hoo-hoo! Car Cube, thank you so much for the follow. That was so weird. Welcome to the Pixelogic team, man. I don't know why I did that. I'm living in style now. Even though Starbucks is like the most common coffee place to get around here. But it is good. What? Hello? Oh, because I didn't finish this. I didn't finish my import. All right. So we were going to do get current user probably. We'll start off with that. And then we'll do from Grüvee. I've been wanting to actually set up an API for that, so you can show alerts when someone buys you coffee. But currently they don't have any webhooks or anything like that that you can hook into to get that. But they said they were going to come out with one. Hey, what's up? How are you? I'm doing good, Car. Yeah, I'm doing good. How about yourself? That was an alc I've not seen much of. Yeah, it was a little interesting. It was a little interesting version of myself. But I like it. I like it. We'll keep it up. We'll keep it up. Hey, Eric, welcome in, friend. How you doing? I'm fine. I'm very glad to see that, friend. We're currently working on a project called Grüvee. You can check out more information about it here if you're curious. But yeah, making it for Android and iOS. Social collaborative playlist. Yeah, it's good. It's been fun. Okay, Grüvee service. Spotify. What did I call this thing? Endpoints. Boom. Get current user. Oh, it should occur before that. Of course, that always happens. Get current user. So at this point, oh my gosh, friends and family, we are doing this. Yeah, get current user. I wonder if we can do. Oh shit. But again, so like this is actually a little different because oh man. We need to know what platform they sign in with. It's not like it's guaranteed that they're signing in with Spotify, right? I need to write this down. So I'm going to keep forgetting this. Yeah. And then, so edit here. Oh, did I write another note? No. Other. We need some sort of like generic service to specify generic method more so. Specify which service to get data from, i.e. Spotify. Spoot. Yeah, something like that. For now, this is okay because like we're testing it out, but we're gonna need to figure that part out as well. Whoa, excuse me. So this mobile app is going to be written in JS and packaged with Cordova? No, it's actually going to, well, yes and no. It's going to be written in JavaScript, which it is. But React Native actually can compile down to native code. So for some portions of it. So the business logic is done via JavaScript server, and all the UI is actually using native UI elements. So we'll be able to package this up. I don't know the exact process of React Native packaging currently, but it's not using Cordova. When do you expect the app to come out? So Artendor, the game plan is I'm creating an MVP right now, and we are going to release a beta. And this beta is going to be really the first test of like, hey, like we have the very, very basic functionality there. I want you all to use it, and I want you to tell me if this is an app that you would enjoy, you would keep using, or if there's like some core idea missing from it. Once we get that feedback, then we'll start doing polishing on it, and then we'll release it. So I don't know how long it's going to take, depending on, it really depends on if people really like this or not. And I'm trying to do this thing where I want to get it out there, have the MVP just usable so people can use it, and really like early on adjust the app a little bit to meet people's needs more, if that's what is required, right? At some point, you'll need to dev a small Twitch extension below the stream where you can see the number of Grüvee users growing. Dude, that would be sick. I would love that. That would be really cool. I mean, in all honesty, it would be really cool to have like a Twitch Grüvee setup, right? Like that would be awesome. Spurtife. Spurt. What's up, Adexa? Welcome back. Yeah, Eric. Check out React Native. It's a really, really cool platform. Yeah, there's no really need for Cordova and stuff anymore. Yeah, so that's not part of MVP currently, but that's gonna be something we need to implement for sure. I essentially need to set up a settings view where people can link multiple platforms. And if you have more than one platform linked, then we should have some sort of toggle or something that specifies which one's your primary platform. And that primary platform will be your sign-in platform, essentially. It's kind of my thought process behind it. But yeah, so we should do this outside this, right? Oh God, I actually have to start getting ready. Oh no. Yeah, I actually have to start going, friends. I didn't realize the time. Sorry about that. Yeah, I do have to go to work today, unfortunately. So we're gonna have to do that. Friends and family, thank you all for being here today. It's been a very fun stream. I hope you've enjoyed. We didn't get much done today, but I think we had a really good time talking, hanging out. Appreciate you all here. Eric, thanks for the follow. If any of you haven't, consider following the channel. Get notified when I go live. I am here every single day. Monday through Friday, I'm here at 5:30 a.m. PST and 12:30 a.m. UTC. Saturday and Sunday, I am going to be here at 9:30 a.m. PST. I don't know what that conversion is in UTC yet. But yes, follow the channel, get notified when I go live. Also, join the Discord. Would love to have you in there. We have a place for you to showcase your projects, get help from other people, and also another place to go live. Yeah, and would love to have you back hanging out again. Yes, bye everyone. CarCube, Ed, Eric, Adexa, Creative, Poopa, thanks for being here, friends. I think I would create a user table in your DB and handle all 3 fresh tokens server's name on server side. Yeah, maybe so. That's what I was thinking. Refresh would be handled server side as well. I had like a kind of an idea of it, but I also thought on client side, like before we log in, we just check to see if the token needs to be refreshed. If it does, just refresh, stored in state. Like that also will not require us to spend money on service calls. Don't forget to pick up that Starbucks Rockstar. Yo, Licorice, if you're not, I don't know if you are. If you're not, I'll send you a picture via Discord. But join the Instagram. I'll post that Starbucks on there. Thank you again for that, dude. I really appreciate you. Thanks for all the support today, folks. And at the end of every stream, guys, we always throw a raid. We always throw a raid to another fellow developer on Twitch. Poopa, thanks for your help and insight today. Like always, man, for real. Appreciate you, dude. So grab that raid message if you are a sub. And if not, that's okay. Grab the second raid message, Twitch raid. Twitch raid, let's get groovy. And let's show someone an awesome raid today. Who do we got? Who do we got? Who do we got? Matthew D. Groves. I haven't raided you for a time. Have I? I don't remember. No, I don't believe so. He is part of Live Coders, though. Deploy .NET Core to-do, submit to backend. Ooh. Ooh. .NET Core, anyone? Hello? I don't remember the last time I've raided Matthew. I don't think we have in a bit. So let's go show him some love. Yeah. Raid Matthew D. Groves. Friends, let's show Matthew an incredible raid. I need all of you right now to copy that raid message. Let's get groovy. Right now. I need it. I need you all to copy it. To be prepared to raid Matthew Groves. We'll blow up his channel. All right. We need to do this right now. All right. Thank you again for being here, folks. Always a fantastic, literally, like this is the best start to my days hanging out with you all. So thanks for being here. Thanks for supporting Grüvee. And I will see you all here. Same time, same place tomorrow. Peace and love, friends. Remember, blow up Matthew's stream. Blow it up. Have a good one, everybody. Catch you next time.